Hey YouTube, my name is Michael, and welcome to The Conservative Liberal. First, I would like to thank my first 2 subscribers. When I found out that I had 2 subscribers, I was just so excited, and I will only continue to create content for you guys. If you guys have anything you want me to talk about or discuss, just post it in the comment section below. I'll see which ones I'll choose, and that'll be my topic for my videos. Also, just wanting to let you guys know that I will be uploading about 2 times per week. But I'll try to always stick to that schedule. If anything, I'll try to only increase from there. The more content you guys want me to go over, the more times I'll be making videos for you guys. So sit back and let's dive in. So today I'm going to reveal 5 reasons why people are deciding to leave the left. Reason number 1 is claim for victim status. On the left, your victim status is very important, and essentially it's the only thing. And everybody has one except for white dudes, which is a silly idea. And the thing about victim status is that any issues that are going on in the world or your life, essentially you have no power over them because you're just a victim. And it's interesting because people will fight so hard to be a victim, and it's mind-boggling how they do it. For example, use the 1 in 5 rape statistic that people float around but has been proven false. So people say 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted on a college campus. The FBI has studied this, and what they have found out is that 0.61% of women on a college campus are actually sexually assaulted. So you go from less than 1% to 1 in 5, right? But if you tell someone that who believes that 1 in 5 statistic, they'll bully you into thinking that no, it's not possible. They want the world to be a lot worse so they can stick in their victim. And with that, one of the things that the left really lacks is responsibility. It's like no one has any responsibility, and it's so crazy to think about that. The most essential trait to growing up, the left doesn't have, and it's like they essentially have no concept of personal responsibility. And if you try to teach them about personal responsibility, there's a word for you. So like if you said, sure, rape happened, but if you say anything about we should help women be more careful with their liquor or something like that, that's victim blaming. So anything that have to do with responsibility, the left wants no part of. Number 2, the left has this very strong sense of moral superiority. What I mean by moral superiority is that the left will try to prove that they are more moral, more kind, and more caring than you are. The left will care about an ant just to prove that they are more moral than you. They'll care about things that that no one else cares about just to prove they are more moral than you. And that's where they fall into their trap because their whole platform is just, I'm a better person than you. So they're going to try to prove that in every sense. However, they do this by just accepting everything. That's not a good strategy at all. And that's why a lot of people are leaving. The third thing is that the left does not like to debate. They often protest conservative speakers on college campuses to the point where they don't show up because they feel for violence, or they even get disinvited. I even tried this myself. I've been very outspoken about conservative issues as of late on social media, and I've always asked people who disagree with me. I say, hey, do you want to debate? And we'll post it on the internet, and we'll let the public decide, who's making the better argument. And every single person has turned it down. Every single person. And that just goes to show you how they don't like to debate ideas, but they like to, only talk about their ideas with people who already agree with them, which doesn't help the movement at all. The fourth issue with the left is that, so this is going back to their no sense of responsibility. They blame white people for everything. If you stub your toe, white people. If you get a paper cut, white paper. Anything white is their problem. Which is interesting because it's like, that's not true because, well, it is true for them. And that's because they don't have any sense of responsibility. So any of their problems, they'll blame it on white people, which even for me, I find that very saddening that many people on the left, if not most, have no sense or understanding of personal responsibility. And the last thing I want to talk about is the left suffers from utopical thinking. So with utopical thinking, essentially, the left wants every problem to be solved 100%. And the reason why it's utopical thinking is because no problem in reality is actually solved 100%. None of them are. The left always wants it to be 100%, and that's where their utopical thinking gets them in trouble. A really great way to see if a leftist suffers from this, ask them, What problem in the world would they only want to be solved, 85% of the way? You'll find out that there's no issue that they don't want to be solved 100% of the way that conflicts with reality. If any of your thinking is not based in reality, then it becomes a dangerous idea by trying to implement that. Every murderous socialist society, when it comes to utopical thinking, it's always started with a great vision to fight for workers' rights. But for some reason, it always ends in the death of, in the last 100 years, 100 million people. And for some reason, the left can't comprehend that. And they still stick with their utopical thinking when it comes to essentially all issues in the world. All right, so that's it for today's video. If you guys liked it, comment, like, or subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Speak your mind. Be heard. Bye.